Texas talent gets seen and stories get told. I'm your host, Kevin Howell, the One Eye Scout. And today we've got one of the most intriguing 27 prospects, and he's right here with us. Young man, 6'5", wired to defend, built for chaos, a true combo guard out of Leander Rouse High School. He's already turning heads with Jamal Shead Elite, and at Huston-Tillotson Prospect Camp, he got an on-the-spot offer. Long, lanky, active hands. He makes life very difficult, hell for ball handlers. Causes deflections, starts fast breaks, and he loves to finish with dunking the ball. Let's welcome in the future problem, Gardner, to the watch list. Hey, DeAndre, you've got length, athleticism, and a defensive motor. Most guys don't have at your age. Tell
So,
us about your game and how you would describe it.
uh, I would describe my game as very simple and fundamental. Just trying to stick to all the basics and keep growing from there and keep expanding my game.
You know, they have you listed as a combo guard,
Hmm.
um, and if and I agree with that because you handle the ball so much out front. The couple of games that I was courtside for, um, y'all would kind of do the spread at the end because y'all were up, and you were one of the main ball handlers.
Yes, sir.
Have you always been like that? Is that something that you really focus on, ball handling?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I really focus on ball handling a lot because like it's super important when it comes into like crunch time. It's super important that you take care of the ball in crunch time.
How so kind of lay out to me kind of the phases of your workouts, so um defensively that's got to be like fundamental footwork and conditioning
Yes,
because man you got what I like to call your feet keep your chest in front of the offensive player, yeah, and that always keeps you in good position. Was that something that you focused on with your dad, with your trainer, or it just came kind of natural?
mostly me. I would say mostly with my dad because he pushing me a lot, pushing me every day to keep focusing on the little things like defense, moving my feet, sliding, communication, just the little things he pushes me to work on. So yeah.
You know, you have to really be a motivated person when you're 6'5", very athletic, very lengthy. Uh, some of that defensive side has to come easy or appear easy, but I know it's hard work. Um, so how often or how do you kind of change the game with deflections and turnovers using your what you've God given talents?
I would say just being in the passing lanes, getting you just gotta get the steal and just push the ball fast down court and just get the bucket and just do it all over again on defense.
Yeah, and that's what you and your teammates did quite often. What part of your game would you say you take the most pride in?
I would have to say my defense. I say my defense. I take the most pride in my defense.
Is that a Rouse thing? Like, is that something that your coach kind of pushes for?
Majority of times, yeah, majority of times.
So when you're on the floor, how many of those guys are your same grade level, and how well have they always responded to your leadership?
I say about probably only like two or three of them is in my grade. So us three we just have a lot of chemistry because we're always talking, trying to get better. We're in the gym every day together. So
Hmm.
yeah, so we just had that chemistry.
So, like, do you visualize yourself as a leader on the team? I mean, because you played a lot as a sophomore,
Hmm.
and you're obviously a starter this year. Um, has that been difficult to be at such a young age to be leading the team?
It is. I personally, I wouldn't say it's very difficult. You just got to work a lot harder than everybody else does. You just
Hmm.
got to put in more extra reps and stuff like the little
Yeah,
things.
so you more of that quiet leader, and just right now, uh, I'm saying you're very communicative on the floor. And to be honest with you, man, you got leadership traits that you may not even realize right now, which is good because you are a very humble person. If we've talked several times uh, after games and in between things. But let's rewind back to Houston-Tillotson. What was that moment like when Coach Smith extended that offer to you?
I was very excited, blessed, and thankful that he was able to see my potential I had
Mhm.
to bless me with that offer. But it just showed me that I gotta keep on working, gotta keep on grinding to receive and get in the gym for more often.
Mhm. Yeah, because they can come and go. If if you lose focus, grades off the court, which I don't see happening in your future.
Hmm.
Um, but let's talk about a little bit about how you're able to stay grounded and stay focused. Um, who kind of leads helps you in that direction?
My dad, my dad.
Hmm. Yeah, I see your dad uh, often in the gym, which is a good thing. And it seems like you guys have a really good relationship.
Yes, sir.
Um, have y'all always been close, or
Always,
um,
yes, sir. We always been close.
that's cool, man. I grew up a little bit different. I didn't have that bond growing up, So when I see it, it's easy to see, and so that's a really great thing. Um, just real quickly, what do you like to do off the court?
Off the court, uh, off the court, I'll probably say if I'm not hanging with family or friends,
Mhm.
uh, I'm in the gym. If I'm not hanging with family or friends, I'm in the gym.
That's a coach's dream. That's great, man. That's great. You know, let's talk about Jamal Shead Elite. You know, is known for playing the game the right way, tough, smart, unselfish, and tough again. How has playing in that type of system helped shape your development?
Uh, this 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 program it has a very good coaching staff. So and they all play high high level of basketball. So whatever they would say or do, I would pay attention closely, focus on little things because I know they know what they're talking about. So
And it probably rolls a little bit similar to what I can take away from you and your dad's relationship of accountability. Because I've been around that program a couple of years now myself, just in passing, and we talked about it off air, just friendships. And I know that's one thing that they're big about is accountability, taking your role, taking your responsibility, and living with it. You know,
that's what
and they coach hard.
they do.
And that's not always it's not always for everybody. Um, what's been your aha moment in that program where you feel like something clicked for you mentally?
I would say it happened last year or around this time because they used to always tell me they was always tell me I'm tired and everybody else on the court I could start playing above the rim, and then last year I actually caught my first in game dunk with
Oh
them.
wow.
So yeah, so I could so that showed me a lot. That showed me a
Hmm.
lot.
So you think you've been able to, would you say, build confidence? Um, and let me ask you this: how is it playing for um, younger guys? Do you feel like y'all? are able to relate a lot easier because they're not far removed from like as far as I am. I've been out of high school 40 years. So there's a big difference. Do you think that helps when y'all are working together, practicing and stuff?
Yes, sir. I think it do helps. I think it do helps because they've been around this basketball game longer than I have. So things that I don't see or I don't pick up, they'll automatically just explain to me, show me it, make sure I know what I'm doing.
hmm And we talk about your length on defense, but you're able to read the passing lanes to kind of get out and deflect and start your own fast break. Is that something that just comes natural? Have you ever played football or any other sports?
I think I tried football, didn't really work out, but yeah, I think it just comes naturally for sure. It comes
hmm Yeah, I tried football myself. It didn't work out. It's too doggone hot, man.
naturally.
I can run all day in an air conditioned gym. Well, not now, but I could. What do you see? What do you see in the culture and the value um, with your teammates, and who's pushing you the most at Jamal Shead Elite?
We everybody on the team, like push each other to we all push each other to be great and be better than the last time we saw each other. So
Mhm.
I'd say everybody on the team pushes me, and I push everybody else on the team to just be great. And
To be like you quoted and said that to be better than the last time you were there. Is that a mantra from Jamal Shead or Jalen Shead and the coaching staff, or is that from Rouse? So that's just your internal piece.
that's I mean like the coaches on the program, they have most likely probably us, they already said it before, but I take that very strongly, and I remind
hmm
myself every day I gotta be better
hmm
than yesterday.
There's a great book out. Um, I read it a few years back, but it was called 1% Better.
Mm,
And the goal is to be 1% better each day. And in doing that, it kind of takes the pressure off of being perfect.
so
You know, because that's perfection is really a fallacy. Um, in my opinion, I I know other people look at it different, but all right, man. So we talked about your defense, how you disrupt, and most guards your age want highlights on offense, but you're getting yours on defense. Where do you think that mindset comes from?
then, uh, just just like I'm just really focusing on uh making sure that the person in front of me, he does not score the ball, and just seeing the frustration on their face, it pushes me even more because knowing that they have to know that me, Gardner, is going to be a long game. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, I want to say, uh, your ability to handle the game pressures, at TABC, all that really stood out. Um, your composure, you held your composure very well. Um, so let me ask you this: would you rather block a shot and catch a steal, or shoot a three with somebody in your face and make it?
Block a shot and catch a steal, because defense they defense it really do win games. Defense win
Mhm.
games a lot. So I say catch a block, catch a steal.
All right, that's always interesting to see uh, how deep someone's belief in defense is. Whenever I ask that question, because a lot of people will spin it around and talk about, um, the offensive pieces.
Mhm.
Um, well, you talked about your favorite part of defense is when you see someone in the fear and the struggle, and how that motivates you. Uh, do you is that something that you know you've noticed here recently, or that's always kind of been there?
It, it it is something. It is something that I have noticed recently, especially at TABC. That's when it kind of picked up. I was like, okay, like defense is super important.
Yeah. No. So is there college guards or maybe NBA guard that you watch and study film on?
Uh, I watched a lot of Trey Johnson from Texas basketball, Texas and basketball. Watched a lot of Trey
Yeah.
Johnson. I watched some. I watched Ace Bailey a lot. Uh,
Mhm.
oh yeah, and Taha Pettifer. I like his game. I like his work of
Yeah.
separation. I like his separation work.
Yeah, man. He gets after it, and all those are good guys to watch. With your height, you know, but also with your athleticism, you're gonna be able to go a long way. And I want you to stay in the gym, stay in your books, you know, keep a level head, man, because you have a bright future in front of you. And so in wrapping up right now, you got length, you got bounce, and a disruptive DNA. Keep bringing the energy each time you come to the floor. And I appreciate you for being with us today.
Of course,
This won't be your last time on the watch list. So for the folks watching at home, TAN TV's got eyes where it matters. I'm Kevin Howell, and stay locked in. And again, thank you for being on here, man.
yes, sir. Sir, thank you for having me.
All right.